So, Mr. Reynolds, how do you save energy?
I ride my bike as much as possible. I waited for 4 years to get a job here, so my commute would be just 4 miles. So those are some very deliberate efforts on my part to save energy, having to do with fossil fuel. Other than that, insulating the house, updating my furnace, the heat in my furnace. Yeah. I turn off my computer.
What is your take on renewable energy sources?
Renewable energy resources are the future for energy. But right now, trying to harness the energy from the wind and solar sources doesn't make sense economically, and until we restructure our whole infrastructure, until we restructure that and put in the necessary things, other than oil refineries, instead we'll have fields of windmills. I'm envisioning maybe some larger geothermal plants and some hydroelectric and that kind of stuff. So it has to sort of come from the top down. Like right now everyone's thinking, how can we save energy as individual citizens? But it really has to be like a conscious effort on the part of the big corporations that right now hold all the power, hold all the oil and all that stuff in the refineries. They have to sort of retool the way that energy is produced and delivered to houses and to factories. And when that day comes, maybe renewable energy will become a reality. But right now, we're still we rely way too much on fossil fuels.
Do you think that is a good idea to invest in solar panels for a school?
I'm not so sure. They're flat. They're covered in snow. So looking at that, I'm not sure that perhaps that's the best configuration for the solar panels. But at least it's a step in the right direction. I mean, it's good to have that kind of thing at school where students can see it, to know that at least it's an option. If you look out my lab window, you can see the solar panels and the windmill, the wind turbine, all in one view. So it's kind of nice that it's part of our landscape, but it's not a big enough part of our landscape yet. And apparently these solar panels aren't necessarily the best configuration. Maybe if they put them on a slant and the snow would run off them so that they could capture some of this early spring sun, that would be helpful. So
do you think that if they were like that, they would be effective, like more effective?
I think so. At least right now they'd be producing something, because when they're covered in snow they produce nothing. There's no UV getting through there.
Would you invest in them? I already asked that.
Yeah. You did?
Okay. Would I invest in solar energy?
Yeah.
Or any other renewable resource?
Any other renewable resource? I haven't done enough research on it, but from what I've been told, again, that economically right now renewable resources aren't the way to go.
Okay.
They're not very economically feasible yet.
Yeah.
In other words, it's so expensive to get the proper stuff in place, the tools and everything, to produce enough energy to offset the cost. We're not there yet. But as new technologies arise, you have to sort of, if you were thinking about investing in it, identify which technology is going to be the technology of the future, and that's when you're making your smart investment. So.
All right, thank you.